Welcome to Inside ACEstore on Torch Talent. I'm Joe Dobrinsky.
I'm Pat McKenzie.
And we're here tonight to break down the ACEstore bracket for you. Tonight, our premier sponsor is iSem Clocks. Thanks to them, everybody should arrive 5 minutes early to iSem Tuesday night. So, without further ado, we are going to get into the bracket for tonight. We're going to break down every single matchup throughout the tournament and ultimately predict who we think is going to end up winning the whole tournament. Should be pretty exciting. Exciting this year, yeah.
Should be exciting.
Yeah, so let's get right into it. First game we're going to break down is San Jose with New York. That, from what I heard, there was a lot of talk about that yesterday. San Jose and New York are going to be taking on Oklahoma City. Pat, what are your thoughts?
I don't have any thoughts. I think San Jose sweeps this one 21-0.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough one for Oklahoma City. You lose a guy like Nick Daniel, ace 31, really good player, try-hard player. You lose him. I think the exciting thing in this matchup is just going to be see what happens with New York. Heard that they have some pretty good talent, but seeing how they mesh with San Jose. But I agree with you.
We do commend OKC for their performance in the volleyball tournament.
Yeah, congratulations to them. But we do have San Jose. We're going to do SJNY. We do have them moving on in that matchup. Our second matchup that we're going to talk about, this is going to be an interesting one. It's the 8-9 matchup, and it is between San Antonio, who's just recently coming off a divorce with San Jose. And we have them against Louisville. Pat, what are your initial thoughts?
I think I take San Antonio here. This one a little closer, I believe. 21-15. San Antonio breaks it at the end.
Yeah, I think this is a good one. I think this is a potential upset pick if you're looking for one. Can San Antonio recover from the events of the past few days? Louisville, I think they're an interesting team. They got height, they got size, they got Colin, they got Daniel. I think it's going to be an interesting matchup, and I think this is one that actually goes down to the end. But I am with you. I do think that it's going to end up being San Antonio that ends up winning that one. So we're going to have Louisville losing that one. We're going to have San Antonio, which sets up an extremely exciting second round matchup between San Jose, New York, and San Antonio. Let's look at the next matchup.
We got DC and St. Pete's.
Yeah, and to my knowledge, this is, of all the games that are happening in the first round, it's going to be the only rematch that happens. And I think DC is going to be too much. I think the story for DC throughout this tournament is, can they replace Abby Machen's production? I think it's going to be really difficult. Also, Ideen wasn't there for the round robin. It's going to be interesting, but I do lean DC pretty handedly in this one.
Yeah, I'd probably lean DC 21, St. Pete's 11.
So we have got Washington, D.C. moving on. They're a team. They lose in the Final Four last year. They're hoping to get back. We're going to see what's going to happen. Our next matchup is between Pensacola and Los Angeles. This is going to be a really interesting matchup. Personally, I know we're behind the seeding, but I do think that Pensacola is probably the most underseeded team in the entire tournament. Their only loss having been to San Jose with San Antonio. So in some ways, they may actually be the best team in the tournament. I'm going to lean significantly, very heavy towards Pensacola here.
No disrespect to LA, but Pensacola's got your number this time.
You guys are cooking something up.
We are.
Guest picker, come on.
We are. Yeah, here, come here. We'll let you pick the next one.
Recent addition here,
David Moretti.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right,
California.
The next matchup, I'm not going to pick this one, is between Miami and Denver.
This is a prediction.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to flatter you, but I give me Denver. Give me Denver.
I think this is going to be a good.
It's going to be an upset. That's our Cinderella.
Yes, I think Jake Corvera goes.
Jake Corvera hits 27.
I was gonna, shoots the lights out.
The game is at 21, but
takes down Teresa.
He's not gonna be able to stop.
That's possibly
takes down Teresa and Will.
Oh yeah.
In Miami for an early exit.
Yeah, I think this one really is going to come down to how our team is able to slow down Teresa, not let her heat up early in the game, hit a bunch of threes. And I'll be honest, this is one I'm excited for, but I think this could be like a 40, 50-minute, just absolutely grueling game, little scoring, very, very defensive minded, but we'll go with David's pick there. The next one, this is an interesting one, is between the number 3 seed Atlanta and the number 14 seed Philadelphia. Philadelphia, they were the lights are too bright tier on our tiers this past week, and it's going to be interesting. They don't have Chris Pastrang last week for the game. I don't know, Pat. What are you thinking?
I think Atlanta takes this one. They've got the size. They've got the physicality. I don't think Philly can match it in the inside the paint. So I go Atlanta 21, Philly 13.
Yeah. Throughout this, we're going to kind of pull up our rosters to see, some of the teams. We weren't able to see all the games the other day, and a lot of it is kind of coming from a different source. But from what I heard, Atlanta really good. Liam 33 is going to make them a really difficult team to play in this tournament. So that's going to set up a Denver-Atlanta matchup in the Sweet 16 the next round. Let's look at the next game, Pat.
We have Chicago, Twin Cities. And now I like my boy Steven Vickers in Twin Cities dropping the hammer in the paint, going off. I think he can cause problems for Chicago.
See, I'm kind of on the different. We're going to kind of have to talk through this one a bit. I'm a little worried about Twin Cities. Twin Cities, I think they're a little bit too focused on that potential second round matchup with Baton Rouge. I've heard a lot of talking. I think they're ignoring a guy like John Henry Walters, who just I think is going to be able to have his way. And I think he's going to have the supporting cast to pick up a win here and maybe get Baton Rouge if they see them in the next round a little bit of a matchup. So this is one we got to kind of talk through. How are you going to convince me that you think Twin Cities is going to pull it out?
I don't think John Henry has a dog in him. Steven Vickers does. That's the end of the story.
Yeah, and they have a 33. Pull it up. I don't know all the 33 names. I do know they have a 33.
I don't know. I don't know where to find 33.
They have the names online. They have a 33 that's pretty good. They've got Claire. I do think they got Jacob Sitzman. They're going to have a real Will Gerber. I think that they are going to present a little bit of a challenge. Chicago is, and I'm pretty short myself, but they are on average the shortest team in the tournament. I do think that that's going to create a bit of a problem for them in this matchup. So ultimately, I think I am going to end up leaning Twin Cities. And throughout this, if we end up kind of splitting, we will kind of talk through and try to convince the other of why we're going to pick.
I need Steven Vickers. You can't have any load management this one. You got to go all 21 points. You can't check out early. You need to be the dog in the paint.
Yeah. Let's look at the next one. This is another interesting one. We've got Baton Rouge versus Tucson and Phoenix. We're still trying to figure out what's happening with Tucson and Phoenix. Will they be a team? Will they not be a team? Again, it reminds me a little bit of this matchup up here with San Jose and San Antonio. There's a little bit of tension and infighting between the Arizona communities. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens. Personally, I don't think it matters which team. In fact, we're going to have spicy takes on this. I think everybody on Tucson and Phoenix could play on the court versus 3 people from Baton Rouge, and Baton Rouge is still winning. So Baton Rouge is going to be a really difficult team in the tournament. How do you feel?
I would agree with that. Baton Rouge, it's got their work cut out for them, but I think this first round they roll through 21-4.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough one.
Those 4 buckets coming from Diego, so watch out.
Well, what if Diego doesn't play in it?
I don't know. Speedy, you got to do something here, son.
Let's look at the next matchup. We're looking at the other side of the bracket. Okay, we're going to start with the top right. That is Baltimore versus my hometown, Cleveland. Actually, the reigning champs. This one, love Cleveland, ride or die Clevelander till I die. But I think Baltimore is going to take this one. I will say Baltimore is kind of that unproven team. They played really well in pool play, but we're going to see throughout the tournament.
Nate, you're lucky for this one, but I'm going to let you go through the first round. You too, Farrell. Who else is there? Bryce. You better watch out.
Cooper.
I don't know Cooper, but Nate, you better watch out. You better watch out, Nate. I'm gonna let you go through the first round.
Yeah, and that's gonna take us to Next matchup, and you're not going to pick this one. We've got Brownsville and we've got Detroit. I do think that this is a really interesting matchup. You got Kinsey for Detroit. You got Xander. You got Ethan. It's going to become a really interesting matchup. I think a lot of people find throughout the tournament having a really good girl on your team goes a long way. That's going to be something that Detroit's going to have in their pocket in this matchup. But I will say, I think Brownsville is going to be too much. I believe early in the summer, I think Nate Hershberger could speak to the fact Pat can just take over a game in a heartbeat. You can have his team on the ropes and he takes over a game. I'm going to go with Brownsville on this one, and it's going to set up a really, really interesting matchup between Baltimore and Brownsville. Where did you guys get eliminated last round? Did you make it to the Elite Eight?
No, we got tossed in the second by Milwaukee.
So that's going to set up a really interesting matchup. Can Brownsville finally make it to the Elite Eight this year? Is Baltimore going to go on a run? We're going to see. Next matchup is between Jacksonville and Sacramento. The interesting storyline going into this one, seems like there's a little bit of a tension between Aiden and Jace. Sounds like the last game didn't go too well. Sounds like there was a lot of celebration for the team in the matchup we're going to talk about next. But I think Jacksonville is going to be able to handle this one pretty easily. This isn't your classic 5-12 matchup. A 12 isn't upsetting a 5 in this tournament this year. I think Jacksonville's going to win and win pretty handedly.
Jace is lucky he doesn't have his daddy, Connor Richards, in this opening round, but beware.
No, you may see him in the next round. It's going to be really interesting.
You might see him again, Jace. So watch out.
Yeah, and one thing in that matchup, I think they're going to very much have talent Sacramento, but again, they're kind of like Twin Cities. I think they may be looking ahead a little bit too much at that second round, and that brings us to our next matchup, and that's going to be between Tulsa and Milwaukee and Stockton. Again, that one possibly is going to be a play-in. It may be only one of those communities. But again, to be frank, again, love all the people in ACE. No offense, Milwaukee. You're not ready for this game. I think Stephen Barber is going to push you around. You got Jace's daddy, Connor Richards, who is going to be coming off just an emotional high in that last game. And I think Tulsa's ready for that next matchup.
I think Tulsa takes care of business in the first round. That 4 seed is just looking a little suspect.
And I will say, again, we have to do a little bit of confirming to see what's going to happen with Milwaukee and Stockton. But if that matchup ends up being a play-in, that is one. If it happens tomorrow, Monday, it's going to happen either tomorrow or Monday, most likely. That is, to me, a must-see game. I don't think Milwaukee and Stockton like each other very much because they could merge as a community for this, and they don't really want to. So we will see. Okay, our next matchup. This is one I think I'm interested to see. Going into this, I will say, just for clarification, if you're watching this, when you're watching this, is Pat and I have not talked about like any of these matchups. So this is one we haven't talked about, and that's going to be Corpus Christi, the 11 seed, taking on Charleston combined with Columbus. And this is one of the combinations that I think Charleston was already a pretty good team. It could make them a significantly better team, and you're taking on a team with a lot of height.
Yeah, a lot of height. Not a lot of grit out of Nate Hershberger. Load managing his ankle.
Does he play?
I don't know. He's playing golf, but that might be the only sport he can play right now. Unless he wants to play keeper in the soccer game.
Are him and Owen allowed to claim the volleyball championship today?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah, and that's, again, an interesting one because Corpus Christi was combined with Columbus just today when we're recording this to win volleyball. So, again, a lot of really interesting matchups in this tournament. This is one I lean until Corpus Christi proves it to me. Everybody picked them last year. They're tall, they're long, they're going to win. Until it happens, I'm not picking it. I'm going with Charleston and Columbus.
I think Charleston and Columbus provides a lot of challenges with their speed, with the height.
You agree?
I agree.
All right, we're rolling Charleston and Columbus. So that, I believe, let's see. I think that's our first upset that we had.
No, we picked Twin Cities down here.
Oh, you're right. Twin Cities.
Yeah.
Twin Cities. So, again, we're going to go Charleston and CBUS. Okay. Next matchup, we have got
Austin versus New Orleans combined with Mobile. Now, I think Austin, no disrespect, but that 3 seed, I don't know, fits after your pool. We'll find out, though, if you can handle business or not.
Yeah, I don't know. Austin's one. That pool was, in my opinion, the most interesting the other day. I believe it was Philly, Dallas, Chicago, and Austin. I'll be honest, I thought Austin was going to go 0-3. They go 3-0. Underestimated their 33s. I know they got Greg and they got David. It'll be interesting to see what they do. I will say this is one sneaky upset pick, New Orleans and Mobile. You got Will Gary coming back fresh from the wedding. You got Luke and you got James who are combining 33s. I hope with them today. I'm telling you, I think that they could be a potential matchup to look at. The most important matchup in this game, in my opinion, is going to be the girls. I'll be honest, I don't know who's gonna play for Mobile and New Orleans. We could look at that, but Austin's got Colleen, and from what I heard in pool play, went off. Is gonna make it a tough matchup. If Austin wins that matchup in the game, they're probably gonna advance. But New Orleans and Mobile, kind of sneaky team. What are we thinking?
I think New Orleans and Mobile give them the upset.
You got them with the upset. I'll be honest.
I like that upset.
And I think personally, I think the big reason is just team chemistry. New Orleans and Mobile, they've got stuff going for them that Austin just flat out doesn't. And that's going to be something they may have throughout the tournament. So I agree. We're going to lean New Orleans and Mobile in this matchup. We got them moving on. How about our next matchup?
We're left with Oakland and Dallas. I don't know. I don't know if Andrew Apollonio's got the dog in him to carry this upset.
Yeah, I don't either. They're a team. You don't got Cam Nash. Can you recover? Again, this was a team. We put them. Well, specifically me. I'm in charge of the tiers along with some other people. Oakland. They were also with Philly, and the lights are too bright tier. I kind of question: are the 32s ready to take the lead, ready to take the initiative in this matchup? And Dallas is a little bit of a scary team. I lean Dallas in this matchup.
I might lean Dallas. We got to take a look at who we have here. I think Morgan provides the upper hand across the board.
You got Morgan against Reggie. You got her winning that matchup.
I have Morgan winning that matchup. So we'll see what comes down to Andrew Apollonio and see if he's got the work cut out.
Yeah, I mean, Seb is an interesting pick in this matchup. Again, some hoop the other night. I think that matchup with Andrew, I think the more physical matchup's going to win. Another matchup in this game is going to be the fourth man for Dallas, and that's Will. Can he come off the bench? To me, he's a guy. It could be a real physical game. Can Andrew Apollonio handle the physicality? I'm going Dallas in this one.
I like Dallas.
I think we agree on that. So we got Dallas moving on, and that's another upset. And I think Dallas probably was underseeded a bit, but that was the result of what they did in the pool play.
Let me double check Oakland for a second. I don't know who we have in Oakland.
So Oakland, we got Andrew, Barbara, Pat, Reggie, and Alexandra.
Not too familiar with the 33s.
Yeah, the 33s. I mean, we love you, but you got to start coming to stuff. It's hard to give a read on stuff.
We say that as we sit in the lobby.
Yeah, I mean, we sit in the lobby. We got people. We're recording this late night, but we got to show up. Volleyball tournament was across the board was kind of an embarrassing showing by some communities. DC. But there were some communities and San Jose.
And then showing up and then not even ready to play. Showing up dressed to go out. Like, come on now. Like we gotta get our priorities straight.
Yeah, and that brings us to our next matchup. And honestly, do we need to do much?
I don't know. This is Indianapolis and Santa Ana.
I think age and maturity is going to play a big role in this game.
Honestly, I think Mr. B shoots him in the foot, and hopefully Santa Ana can pull one out. But I don't know. They just have to bench Isaac, and it might be okay.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Indianapolis is a popular team. They supposedly, and I played with them. They have one of the best players in the tournament. I do think Mr. B plays a significant role in how far they go. What can he contribute? Can he be strong down low? Can he finish? Can he figure out the touch around the rim? To me, he's going to be an important role, but they're going to move on. So that's our first round, the round of 32. We're going to move on to the Sweet 16 next and break down. Again, a lot of these matchups we have, people probably are predicting. This is what we have. We'll see. I think this is probably how it's going to play out, but I've said a lot. I think the beauty of the bracket this year is I think the middle part of ACE is pretty even. I think it could kind of be up to grabs of who wins it. And again, maybe that's a testament to just 33s not showing up to stuff.
That's true. Let's go back to the Sweet 16. In the top left quadrant, we have San Jose, New York versus San Antonio. I think San Jose drops the hammer on San Antonio pretty significantly.
Yeah.
21-14.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. I was playing basketball today and Henry was going off and I don't know if he was mad with me, if he's mad with San Jose. I think this is one, it's going to be one where the winner looks and they're going to have a good path going forward. The loser is probably going to have some regret that they didn't stay with the other team. I tend to also lead San Jose, New York. But again, this is one of those matchups. I think what's going to end up coming back to bite San Antonio is merging with San Jose and not having their players get a lot of playing time in the round robin. I know they got a little bit amount. Experience matters in this tournament. And when pretty much only one of your starters on San Antonio had playing time in the round robin, significant playing time, I think it's going to come back to bite you. So we're going to go San Antonio, New York in that matchup.
San Jose, New York.
Or San Jose, New York. Our next matchup. This is, in my opinion, early on in the tournament. Again, these matchups so far in the second round are really good. And as we go, we got people coming back from their events. It's really loud right now. I got more live.
This is Mr. Load Manager, Mr. Hershberger.
Yeah, live show.
Taking an early exit in the round of 32.
I would like to say hello to our viewer.
Viewers.
How are we doing tonight, gentlemen? Let's take the load off you and let's see how we're feeling about in general. How are we doing?
Okay.
We're good.
We're in the middle of a podcast.
Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to.
You can come take a seat. Give me a guest picker for the next game.
Do you have a sponsor? Are you here to announce one of our sponsors for
I
tonight?
actually am. I would like to shout out Zoe. What's her last name? I can't pronounce
never
it.
know how to pronounce it. I'm not gonna lie.
Just
Zoe
attempt it. Go for it.
Njami of San Antonio
There's
gave us a wonderful night to all in ACE. Those who attended, but some
Wonderful
some had
night. It's
other
only
issues.
11:30. You're back early.
That's true. I mean, it was a wonderful night last night as well. So
That's
and it was a
why
wonderful
it's a
night the
little
night
shorter
before that.
one
The night
tonight.
before that. So
I think I need to live more like Miss Roberta and just say "fuck you, bitch" when they.
yeah. We're
when
sponsored
people say
by
stuff like
Roberta.
this.
Roberta of
Watch the
Uber.
profanity.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yes,
beat me
sorry.
up.
We may have kids
No,
watching.
She's from
this.
Yonkers, New York.
That's
That's
what our
just
Uber
standard
driver
language.
just said to us.
Yes, Roberta of Uber X and her 5-year-old great grandchild.
Was it a Waymo?
No, it was not a Waymo. No, AI Uber driver would have been interesting.
That would.
How's the podcast going? How far in are we?
I'm sorry.
We predicted the first round. We don't want you to see it. We want you to see it when it goes live.
You took Charleston, didn't you? Be
Yeah,
honest.
we did.
We did. We did take Charles.
Honestly, we don't know if you're going to play or not. If you're going to load manage, you can go play golf.
I'll be playing, but it's soccer player playing basketball, so it's a little rough.
Oh,
I think they have
it's-
two bars in Charleston.
You're starting to sound like Mr. B. I heard Mr. B from Indianapolis has been talking about a concussion problem.
Yeah, he has 50,
Now, if
he's had
I was
50
Peter,
concussions.
if I was Peter in Indianapolis, I wouldn't be happy. That just sounds like excuse making.
We had somebody playing a boot last year. We had somebody playing
Yeah.
with a broken foot. We've got a lot of dogs out there, except for Mr. Hershberger.
All right, honey. Well, you enjoy yourself.
Again, live show, exciting times. Our second, we had a nice break.
Back to Pensacola, DC.
Yeah, we'll go back and we'll get to some of our other presenting sponsors later on. Our second matchup that we're going to look at is Washington D.C. versus Pensacola. Yeah,
Can I hear it? What are we thinking?
you can watch it on when you see it. No.
Okay.
All right.
DC Pensacola.
So my thoughts, and I will say this, DC, I'm rooting for you. I am.
I think the young guns of Pensacola take the best.
I think Pensacola takes this. DC, they got a few things that they got to deal with. They lost one of their best players, and all three of their starters from last year are really good. They lost one of their best players and they lost their head coach. I think that's going to be hard to replace. We will see. I think Pensacola is going to take this one. Hello.
How's the pod?
We're live.
Hey, pod.
You want to be a guest picker?
Oh yeah, what?
Wait, I want to pick.
Now, oh wait, we've had, I will say you're coming over and this isn't a great time for you to come over because I did not pick the next winner.
Okay.
David Moretti picked.
Denver
this.
over Miami. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Teresa Haigh. I'm from Miami. Guess well, I'm picking over Denver and Atlanta.
Denver and Atlanta.
So assuming that I'm gonna lose to you.
Yes.
So that's not right.
I didn't pick it.
Denver, Atlanta. You know, I'm gonna have to go with Atlanta in that pick. I just think that they have they have 233s coming in, stepping up, playing big minutes, you know, getting big buckets, whatever they say. Okay.
All right, sweet.
It's been a
Was it a
pleasure.
good time? Was it a good time?
Yeah.
We had a lot of shout outs for Zoe's event or whatever this thing was.
Hey, put
Um,
Dallas in the championship.
All right. Well, so we have got Atlanta moving on. I will say I'm going to be, if this plays out this way, I will play in that game. And I've had conversations with people. We're going to wait. Maybe it's going to quiet down. One thing I will say about this matchup, if it plays out, or just the way picking this, because this year we do have a bracket challenge. We encourage as many people to do it as possible. Closes tomorrow at 5 p.m. Please make sure you fill out your bracket. It is so weird to be picking winners in a game that you're going to play. You're going to play in. It almost feels like you're Brendan Sorsby and you're betting on games. We're making our
Want to be
picks.
the guest picker?
What community are you?
Yeah, come on.
Tucson.
Come be the guest pickers. Come on.
What do you
All right. So the game you can have say. So we got Twin Cities
and
versus
Baton
Baton
Rouge.
Rouge. All right. Why?
Why?
They have a lot of depth. Their girl Sammy's pretty good. I'd say Baton Rouge is gonna win. Trust.
The Twin Cities has Nikki. It's her roommate. So it's like
So
Put some respect on her
gotta pull.
name.
I think Baton Rouge. Is gonna win.
who's
They have a lot of
Charleston
strong
playing?
players.
Charleston plays Corpus
How do you-
Christi in the first round. We actually picked Charleston to win.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
Who did you pick
I've
for
always
the
said
Philly
that.
Atlanta game?
You can see tomorrow, but Atlanta. Sorry. It's all right. Yeah, I agree.
Hi, Baton Rouge.
I Baton Rouge as well. Twin Cities, be careful what you wish for. You said you complained about this matchup. You don't have James Moore to carry anymore, and you're going to be
He
done.
took an early exit
Yeah,
last year.
yeah. I mean, So we have that. Let's look at the right side again.
This is where we need some help.
Yeah, this is going to be one we won't let Pat. We'll have some of these 33s.
So how long did you guys
pick
just
it.
sit here and like pick out?
Huh?
That's
We-
like
we
two
get-
we got back.
We get paid for this.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes more sense.
So Baltimore versus Brownsville.
I'm gonna watch I'm not even shocker.
I would.
I'm sorry, who's in Baltimore? Am I thinking-
Cooper, Bryce,
Farrell.
Farrell.
Baltimore's kind
And,
of.
Oh my
Actually,
God.
we scrimmage against Baltimore. They're solid. Cooper can
Who's
hit the
in
threes.
Brownsville?
Did they beat you?
McKenna.
Yes.
Are you in
Everyone beat
Brownsville?
Philly.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Did we beat you? Or no? Charleston.
Yeah,
But that was like you guys play back to back.
it's okay.
That was a lot.
Do you guys feel like your own biases in this at all?
No,
That's why I'm not picking
no.
this game.
Personally, the story in this game is going to be Farrell. Can Farrell? Again, we talked about this earlier.
Hmm.
Girls in ACEstore play a significant role.
Mhm.
Look at San Jose this past year.
Sure.
They make it all the way to the championship with a player with a boot on their foot. Just wants it
How
more.
far do you think Charleston's going up?
Well, you're gonna find out if you stay here long enough. Yeah, we have an audience right now. Yeah.
I feel like they're
But I will say again,
Well,
this
we
is
were close.
another one of those matchups, boys in Baltimore. I love you,
Sorry, Nate.
but you're biased. But I do think Baltimore. The question is, are they ready right now to take this step? ACEstore, it's just different. It's not round robin where you live to fight another day after a game. Yeah,
So we're paired with CBUS, right?
yeah.
Do we like who's count like who is it like we both win together or
Yeah.
is it like CBUS and Charleston have a
You
win?
guys are a team together.
No, I understand that. But I mean like in the final round.
If you win it all, yeah,
We both win.
Charleston
Yeah.
Bus would win
Has
it.
that ever happened where a joint community is formed?
Well, this is the first time that we really have.
We
Oh,
got
this is new
Okay.
territory.
Well, we have them, but usually it's like the bottom dwellers are just
Oh, wow.
no, like
No,
usually it's like
Usually
it's like literally like the worst four groups are like two of them are
Or is-
combined, so that it doesn't really play a role. Whereas
Well,
this year, some of that
Or
no
there's people
offense.
who said they will not, they refuse to participate. So then communities are left with like one or two people.
Well, that's interesting because like Shannon and I are both in Charleston, and we were talking about like we think it's so amazing, like in a good way. Like
Yeah.
I felt like everyone was there and everyone was participating, and we were like, that was so. I'm not. I don't know if you can tell
Look, I
from
was
looking at
surprised you
me.
guys didn't merge
but-
Philly.
No,
Really?
you guys have a lot of people. You have like
Well, Emily's
six.
our
You have like
girl.
6 or 7 people in your
We have a lot of
community.
dudes, but Emily's playing the whole, or no, sorry, not Emily. Well, Carolyn's playing the whole time.
Why aren't you playing?
I tore my ACL.
Oh, you're the hooper. I heard you're
I
a
think
hooper.
Joe was excited. Well, I ran in college, so even like on our first Zoom call, Joe was like, "Oh my gosh, like this is gonna be good for ACEstore."
He needs to worry about his play.
Yeah.
Joe,
so-
Tell him he'll
Yeah.
hear this on the
Caroline,
pod.
she can't get.
Joe, I
picked up.
believe in you,
Listen,
Rumi.
you
I
have
believe
McKenna.
in you.
We have McKenna.
Not even in terms of base.
Isn't McKenna? a
I
baller?
just love her.
All
She's a
right,
baller. And
folks, I love this conversation, but we got to return. We got
to
to
walk in. We're distracting you guys.
It's
from
all right.
what-
You guys
on
had
the
a good
couch,
time.
How are you guys like?
on Kalshi.
Like.
No.
That was a joke.
No, actually, you know what? Thank you,
guys
thank
did
you
that.
for asking that question because that brings us to our second sponsor of the night, Notre Dame Vision Camps. They take over the dining hall. Make sure you get to the dining hall. I don't know, 7 o'clock in the morning. As soon as lunch starts at
Yeah.
5 p.m. Make sure you're getting there early. Let's think about it, y'all. Tuesday night, ISM is Tuesday night.
Yeah, but
That means you need to get to the dining hall at 5. Don't show up at 6 o'clock and think that you're going to be able to get your food and eat. So again, thank you to our sponsor, Ace Vision Camps. I know they're a bit of a thorn in the side this summer, but
you hate to see him coming.
yeah. So let's look. Again, I took Brownsville to win that one. I think again, Baltimore. Do I believe you can win? Absolutely. But you're one of those teams until you do it. I can't pick you. Okay, next matchup.
Jacksonville, Tulsa.
This is the game.
matchup.
Everybody, let's be honest.
Hey, Jace, who's your daddy?
The 2 games everybody's looking forward to is the divorced couple right here, San Jose and San Antonio, and this one right here, Jacksonville, Tulsa. I believe Jace Brewer said that if they lose this game, he will legally change his name to Jace Richards, but you don't have to do that because you're already Connor's son. So again, I think that this is going to be an interesting matchup. I do think that the game going to 21 is going to be an interesting storyline. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I favor Jacksonville in a longer game. I don't know
I
if Tulsa.
agree.
I don't know if Tulsa has the gas to get it done, but Jacksonville, I think, has got the firepower.
Yeah.
just the wheels to stay on for 21 points.
Yeah, part of me, they always say this, playing a team in a rematch, it's hard to beat a team 2 times in a row consecutively. I don't want to say Tulsa got lucky because I do think Tulsa presents challenges to Jacksonville. The story, in my opinion, is a repeat of the last game. If Connor can knock down shots on the perimeter, it will put Jacksonville in a really tough spot when you got a guy like Stephen Barber. Shout out to you for reffing volleyball. Great job. I do think it's going to put Jacksonville in a really tough spot. In my opinion, he is one of the most underrated, just physical players in the tournament. He's going to make life difficult. But I also do lean Jacksonville. I think it's going to be really difficult for Tulsa to win it. And that's no shot against Tulsa. Tulsa beat Jacksonville fair and square. Jacksonville can make excuses all they want. I do think another key in this one is going to be letting Aiden handle the ball. I think he just kind of composes
And
that
Jason's
team.
shot selection, we got to work on that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't turn the ball over either.
And speaking, this is a fascinating matchup because our next one we're going to look at, we actually were just talking to a member of this community. We have got 4 communities going that are all combined, 2 teams each, that are facing next. And again, we haven't talked about these beforehand, so I didn't
No,
even think
I
about
know.
this. We've got Charleston and Columbus against New Orleans and Mobile.
I like Charleston, Columbus.
I don't know. I'm mixed. I haven't seen Charleston play.
I don't know if New Orleans and Mobile's got it in them for a second upset.
Yeah, I don't know. I worry about endurance with Charleston and Columbus. New Orleans, Mobile, again, I've hooped with some of these guys. And then you got a guy like Will Gary, who I believe is running in the Boston Marathon this upcoming year. I mean, Duke can just run circles around the other team. And in my opinion, I kind of believe in I feel like I'm getting like and I know it's their first year in ACE, but like Charleston, Columbus, I think maybe it's the first year vibe. And I know New Orleans has New Orleans and Mobile also have first years, but I get a little bit more of a veteran presence from New Orleans, Mobile than I do Charleston. But again, the one thing we haven't talked about them yet, Columbus, they were in my pool. They lost all the games and they didn't have a great point differential, but they were pretty competitive in all the games. And I do think that they're going to add a little bit of an interesting wrinkle, but we got to figure out who are we taking in this one.
Joe, we can go with your pick.
Yeah, I like New Orleans, Mobile. I think that they're going to be a tough one. And again, because Mr. Hershberger was here earlier, we could be wrong. People project these all the time. Corpus Christi could win in the first round, and they could advance right here. You're shaking your head no. I think getting rest and maybe I'll be honest, Lindsay. I think maybe you need to let Nate borrow your scooter if you still have it. Again, he's going out. He went out to this thing tonight. He just needs to be staying off that foot.
Yeah. And Lindsay, you got a lot of work ahead of you.
Well, she's on the cane already.
No. Owen Lindsay.
Oh, Owen Lindsay.
Owen
yeah.
Lindsay.
So we've got Team Chem going to the Elite Eight. Fascinating matchup. Again, chemistry playing a significant role. Okay, this is one of my favorite matchups that we got
think
right
Indy
now.
rolls this one.
You think?
I think Indy rolls this one. No disrespect to Dallas, but I think Indy's got some firepower that you can't match up with.
Yeah, I think Peter is going to be really tough. I think he's going to take over games. Again, I really haven't seen him play threes a whole lot. I've played fives with him, but again, dude wears a headband and he backs it up with his play. I think he's going to make it really difficult. And people can hate all they want about the age, but the reality is this, like, he's not even the oldest person in ACE right now.
I don't know, he might be older than John Schoening.
No, he's not old. No, I don't think he's the oldest. There are some old heads. They're not even the oldest community. I'm pretty sure we talked about this earlier. I think Detroit is the oldest on average. They got a bunch of unks there. But it is going to be fascinating. But I do think that the dream run for Indianapolis continues, and it'll be interesting if Ryan Elkins and some of these 31s come back to support that team throughout. And
all right,
yeah. So
now we're getting interesting.
We're on to the Elite Eight. We're down to 8 teams. Again, one thing I will say, we're going to come out with the tiers every week. Every week, the number of teams in the tiers is going down. We had all 36 teams in this past week. It's going to end up being down to 16 once the 4th of July comes. So let's look at these matchups. We've got San Jose and New York versus Pensacola. Thoughts?
This one's tough. Can Ben and Natalie carry the load for San Jose, or does Pensacola have the size and physicality to one-up them?
Yeah, I mean, I think New York, it's all going to be about that.
How New York fits.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. I've heard New York's got a girl who can hoop. Does San Jose roll Ben with 2 girls? And I think that they could go pretty far with that lineup. The story in this one, though, is Pensacola, to my knowledge, almost beat San Jose when they had San Antonio.
Right,
so to me, I think Pensacola is rolling. I think the matchup between Rachel and Natalie is going to be fascinating. And in this pick right now, I think
the guy out of Pensacola.
Which one? They got 2.
They got 2 guys that can.
They got 2 guys who can. One, I recently learned, is a big baker or cooker. Hopefully we're hoping we see it at the Ace Talent Show. I saw the Michael Jackson movie and he was showing off the moves and baking brownies. So yeah, and then they got Sean from Indiana. He was rocking the IU jersey. And my pick in this game, if this matchup happens, and this is one that of all the regions of the bracket, I think this is I almost want to go Charles Barkley guarantee that this is going to be the match. That this is going to be the matchup. And I am going to go there with Pensacola. I think Rachel's going to get the best of Natalie in this matchup. And again, I'm gonna do the Charles Barkley guarantee. I got Pensacola going to the Final Four.
Okay.
Okay, next
Down
game.
to Atlanta, Baton Rouge. This one's interesting.
Down south, it's all SEC battle. Got two communities. Again, Atlanta, I haven't seen them play. They got Luke Strawn. Who they got? Pull up the roster. Let's look.
They've got a 33. You can hope he's not bad.
And we got more people coming down. Again, we're live.
Good.
Vibes are high tonight.
What are you doing? It's appropriating desk work.
A bunch of blank. So we got Luke, we got Megan, we got Zach. We
Liam
got
the one?
Liam.
I think
Yeah,
Liam-
Liam is the one, and then we
Liam.
got Abby. Yeah, Liam, I've heard a lot of things about.
Abby's on a medical red shirt.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I think Baton Rouge wins this one. I really like them in this matchup. I think they got three people who can really contribute. And we
Who
haven't
are those
talked.
three? Who are the three?
So they got my boy Hayden.
Okay.
Okay, they got my boy Thomas. Shout out math content, and then they got Sammy, and Sammy's a hooper.
I get that close problems.
I mean, to me, that
I
you
think,
got
yeah.
size and you got a girl who can hoop. And I'll tell you what. Again, I hooped against her today. She's not afraid to drive to the hoop. She's physical with how she plays, and she can shoot the ball. And I think that, again, Baton Rouge, throughout this, I've kind of shouted out people and challenged people. Hayden is the person I'm going to challenge. I really think he's kind of like Isaac for Indianapolis. I do really think that he will
he's
determine
got potential.
kind of how far that he goes. Can he be physical? And I don't have doubts that he can be physical. But again, you get to the Elite Eight and you're starting to feel the pressure.
Does he know his role? That's the question. Does
Yeah,
he know
I
his
agree.
role? I think Baton Rouge finds a way to win this game.
Yeah, I agree. So we got Baton Rouge, Pensacola in the Final Four. Let's look
Wow.
at the other side. Oh,
I'll let you
we
go.
got Jacksonville and we have got Brownsville. This is going to be a fascinating matchup because I don't think Jacksonville has anybody that can guard my friend here. And then you got, to me, it's going to be about the complementary role. So again, I'm not trying to stoke division amongst the teams, but it's like with Jacksonville, do we have a number one and then a number two, or do we have a 1A, 1B? I don't really believe in 1A, 1B. I think you got a best player, you got a second best player, can be close. My question, though, is Luis. Luis is going to be my question. How does Luis match up
With
in this
Jace.
game? Yeah, with Jace. I mean, it's really going to come down to that. I do think in some ways the thing going against Brownsville in this matchup, I will say, is, and I think it's how we played ACEstore last year. If this was like regular pickup, make it, take it, I think Brownsville wins because I think for you, every possession is just barbecue chicken. You get down in the post, you look for Luis. If they come and double team you, you got it. I don't know. This one, I'm interested. I'm not going to make you give a pick, but what's your analysis if you had this matchup?
If I had this matchup, I think it comes down to the wire. I think it comes down to who can make shots. So I know these games can live and die by the three now, and Jacksonville can shoot the ball. We might be in trouble.
I agree. Yeah.
Because if we want to play the long game, yeah, we can score in the post, we can score inside. But if you can make threes in this game and you hit 5 or 6, like that puts you at 15, 18 points pretty quickly. And it climbs quickly. Make it take it, yeah, we'll go inside and beat you up. But Jacksonville, if you guys can shoot, it's gonna give us problems.
Yeah. Personally, and again, love you, Pat. I think this is where potentially the Brownsville run ends. I know I know Jacksonville really likes their placement in the pool. And I agree. I think that they generally, I mean, they got to beat Daddy first.
They do have to beat Daddy first.
But I do think that they kind of have a good potential run to the Final Four. And I know we still got to get to Indianapolis. Yeah.
Hi, Abby.
But I do think they get to the Final Four, but in my opinion, they may have the weakest path to the Final Four, and that's fine. Next game.
This is where we come back to New Orleans, Mobile, and Indianapolis. Does Indy run the table here?
Yeah, they do.
I
This
think so.
pardon my French, this is belt to ass. I don't think that this is going to be a particularly close game. I think Indianapolis takes it, and again, makes for a fascinating matchup. And again, haven't really thought through a lot of these matchups, and we have our Final Four. This is our Final Four right here. We got Pensacola, Baton Rouge, Jacksonville, and Indianapolis. So we got 3 Southern teams, 3 from the Southeast,
One Midwest.
1 Midwest. So again, people who are upset at me about the Make-A-Wish ace category for California. California, what are you doing, baby? Did you even what'd you get? One team in the Elite Eight. Just an embarrassing. And again, that's why Ace goes out and recruits. I mean, they go out to recruit. They hope to kind of get some hoopers. We appreciate everything San Jose does. But I actually do want to look at that right now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams from the Southeast, 1 from Texlahoma.
Yeah.
So again, it looks like it's feeling like the old school SEC.
Here we go.
Okay.
Throw down between Pensacola and Baton Rouge.
This, in my opinion,
I don't know, man.
we're talking end of the summer crowd. We got
This one goes to extra points.
to me. This is classic. We're gonna have to have the table, the speakers, the commentary. Ryan Georgie returning on the sidelines. The Final Four. Hopefully, we have alums or we have a lot of Ace people come. This is going to be a fascinating matchup. I want to hear your breakdown first because I don't know who I'm going to pick.
Pensacola, Baton Rouge. I'm going to go with Pensacola. They've got the firepower to down Baton Rouge.
Yeah, this one, they just match up at every position. Baton Rouge and Pensacola.
This is again where I challenge Hayden. This is going to be.
Yeah, I agree.
But then again, Baton Rouge, do they have the upper hand with Sammy?
I don't know. I think it's a pretty even matchup. Which girl wants it more? Does Rachel want it more, or does Sammy want it more?
Rachel, we love having you in social studies. I think Sammy gives you trouble here, but
I don't know.
Prove us wrong.
See, but I don't know that I agree.
But Hayden, I think
because my thing is this is, I think that this is one of the first. I don't know. I haven't watched either team, but I've kind of gotten the vibe that the best player on both teams may be a girl. And so to me, then it comes down to what the guys do. What does Thomas do?
I think Sammy's more creative with the ball.
I
think Sammy can handle the ball. That makes a difference.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an interest. And also, it's like your Pensacola, your Rachel, not just Rachel, but that whole community. You beat San Jose, who everybody's had a target on their back. And is it kind of a letdown at this point?
No, I don't think it's a letdown. I think Pensacola still brings it down to the wire, but in crunch time, I think I'm going to trust Sammy. I'm going to trust Sammy with the ball in her hands.
My thing is this also. You look at the paths right now.
Pensacola
has a really tough path all the way here.
Is kind of
a lot of attrition. It feels like Baton Rouge may roll through this. I agree. We got Baton Rouge in the championship game. John Schoenig. I mean, I know he wasn't in Baton Rouge, but he may be at that game drinking a daiquiri.
Yeah, out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Yeah. Now we're down to Jacksonville and Indianapolis. If Jacksonville continues to shoot the ball well on a good day, they're going to cause a lot of teams problems.
I agree.
But does Indianapolis have it in them?
Mr. B.
Does Mr.
Can
B?
Mr. B take?
This is the question of the whole tournament. Does Mr. B have the dog in him? Does he have the dog in him to score in the post?
I'll be honest. I think let's go with the assumption Peter's the best player in the tournament. You got to have some help. You got to have a number 2. They say that in the NBA right now.
Jacksonville's outsized here too.
They are outside. They are outsized.
Does the speed cause?
But does the speed cause a problem? How do you play defense? How would you play defense against
What's our girl
Jacksonville?
matchup here?
Huh?
What's the girl matchup here?
Let's pull it up. I think it's Kathleen for Jacksonville. I'm almost certain. I'm not sure Lisbeth's playing in it. Again, possible. So could change it. But I believe it's Kathleen. And then for Indianapolis, we got Delaney, Catherine, Brenna, and Nicole. Again, not sure really. We'll know throughout the tournament what that's going to look like. Again, it could come down to girl getting a rebound, getting a steal. That could play a role in this game. Kimberly. Oh, Kathleen was the 31. Yeah, Kimberly. It's going to be an interesting matchup in this one. I don't know. I'll be honest. I can't believe I'm saying it.
You're going to go with Jacksonville?
I think Jacksonville wins it. I think Jacksonville wins this game.
I'm going to disagree with you here. I think this is where Jacksonville, when you talk about the 1A, 1B, who's in control between those guys, this is where it comes to a head. This is where it implodes. I think this
Yeah.
is where Jacksonville gets.
And-
And this is where I think they get easily frustrated with the length
Yeah.
of Indianapolis and the height.
Yeah.
I think rebounding is going to be very, very tough for Jacksonville here.
I'm thinking about it too. And, we just saw Declan and we saw,
Milwaukee come back.
yeah, we saw Milwaukee come back and Claire and Declan come back. And they came back from Mark Sheffer's wedding. And Mark Sheffers was phenomenal. He was the hero of last year's tournament. They didn't make the championship, but they went on this crazy run. And Mark, one of the best dudes. I kind of get the same feeling with Peter. He doesn't do a lot of talking on the court. He's mature, and we're not going to make an age joke. He seems like he's able to take criticism, and I feel like he's going to will this team. And this is a team that as they go through the tournament, I feel like they're just going to slowly generate support.
I think they have one of the easier paths too.
And I think they're just a likable team. I think they might be the most likable team.
They might be.
They might be the most likable
I don't know
team.
about
I mean,
Mr. B.
Mr. B's classroom management, classes in session, and guess what? Championship is
Here
in
we are.
session. Here
Baton
we
Rouge,
are.
Indianapolis.
This is a fascinating matchup.
Not where we thought we would be.
I think a lot of people would have these teams in the Final Four, but I do think it's going to be an interesting matchup. My first thought with this game, girl matchup.
I
Don't
think-
know what Indianapolis
I
has.
think Baton Rouge. If this is where ends up again, Sammy makes a big difference.
Yeah,
The boys
agree.
may go toe to toe, and Mr. B, you're gonna have to step it up.
Again, yeah.
Mr. B, Hayden kind of cancels each other out when it comes down to the other two dudes. Right?
Yeah, I mean, again, we say it over and over again, and we're not picking on him. We're challenging him. Isaac Bernson may be the most important player in the tournament. He may determine what Indianapolis does, and that's not to say that if they lose,
It's his fault.
they lose in the Sweet 16, Elite Eight, Final Four championship, it's his fault. But I do think he's going to play an essential role in what they do. But I'll be dead honest with you. If this is the matchup,
Baton Rouge.
Again, this is what the matchup is. We're rooting for everybody,
Sammy's
and
too-
we don't know what'll happen. But I'll be honest,
Sammy's too dangerous.
this one could get ugly too. I think Baton Rouge could run.
Yeah.
Unless again, what if we get what if we get just an incredible performance by Peter? That's the beauty of the tournament
But- That's true. That's true.
because it's not make it take it.
It's not.
I mean, he can shoot. I don't know that Baton Rouge has the shooting. Again, let's think about it. Wasn't there a team the other day that was up 9-2?
Oh, was that Tulsa?
Yeah, 9-2, and then you have a
Right.
guy who hits 3 straight threes. 3-point shooting matters in this tournament. Yeah, I think on paper, Baton Rouge
Does
is
Tom
the
take him?
team,
Yeah, I think Tom and Sammy.
and they got DeCarlo too. Is he coaching?
I don't know what.
Is he healthy?
He's
Did
probably-
we get a flu game from him?
He,
He's sick
he
right
might be
now.
just tailgating. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Your pick. Well, actually, you know, this is the one we'll do. We can each have a different pick. On
I'm
this.
going with Baton Rouge here. I'm going with Baton
All
Rouge.
right, what's your score prediction?
score prediction? Baton Rouge. I think this one goes to overtime. It goes to extra points. It goes to
Whoa.
extra points.
I don't even know. What are our rules for that? Is it just one by? It's
It's
just
just
one
one by-
first to one by two. What's the
Well,
score?
here's the thing. With win by 2 here, you have the 2 and the 3. So if it's tied, the next bucket's going to win.
Oh, you're right.
So,
So what's the final?
I'm going Baton Rouge 27.
27. Oh,
Actually, the game is to 25. Oh, no, just kidding because somebody's
21. No.
Somebody's going to win earlier than that.
All right.
Baton Rouge 23. That means you got to put. Is it going to be 21? 21? No,
Yeah,
I don't
20.
think so. No. Baton Rouge is going to have 21. It's hard to win by 2 with 2s and 3s. I'm going to go 21-17.
Whoa. That's
And
close
and,
one.
and Baton Rouge is going to win on a Sammy pull-up mid-range.
Make sure I spell it right.
I don't need to put that in there. That's just
Sammy game winner. Not that it matters, but it'll be interesting as the tournament goes on. This puts me in a tough spot because I want to be creative in doing this. I don't want to just go with the same thing, but I think I already.
Oh, you deleted
Oh
it?
no, I deleted it. I'll be honest. I think if you told me that Peter goes on a burner and just wills them to victory, I absolutely believe you. But if he doesn't, I think that this could be a 10+ point win
for Baton Rouge.
for Baton Rouge. I think
Okay.
Baton Rouge is just a machine. They seem, I mean, look at Hayden's picture here. I mean, he just seems
He's a handsome fella.
He is handsome. He looks super duper confident. I also am gonna go Baton Rouge,
Oh man.
and I'm gonna
Indianapolis is
go
not gonna be-
21-8. Actually, no, that's too low because I'm thinking about it. It's not make it, take it. Yeah, I'm gonna go 21-12. And again, it's so fascinating because I think they're the two most important, maybe two most important players. in the
Hayden and
tournament.
Mr. B.
Hayden and Mr. B, and they're tall.
They're the role players. They got another role.
They're tall, and it's
They're
physicality.
they've got
How
length.
badly do they want it? Do they have that dog in them?
Rebounding here.
And let me put it here. So we both have Baton Rouge winning the championship, and I think it's. I don't think we're the only ones thinking that. Again, what makes this fascinating? We had Mr. Hershberger in here, who earlier was asking how do I pick these games on the bracket when I'm gonna play in them?
That's true.
And so help me,
So
don't throw a game. It's not worth it. You'll put a stain on yourself and your community.
that's all we have.
Yeah, that's all we
But
have.
here's the thing. This is all talk. Time for business. I don't know if any games have been played yet, but I know we have a 1:30 tip-off tomorrow for Brownsville and
Oh, is that
Yeah,
when you
we-
guys are
we're
playing?
playing tomorrow at 1:30, Brownsville, Detroit. That's the earliest matchup I know of. So send your times in, make people go support. Okay. Make sure the games are played at bookstore. We see anyone at Stead's, you're not gonna like the consequence. Take the walk, voluntary displacement. More
Yep.
people there, the better.
Yeah, put it in the chat. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure, you have until Wednesday, but a lot of people are going to leave, and you want to have people at the games. I would recommend that you play either tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday. If you're one of those playing teams, please communicate with us or the community that you're merged with. If you're not doing it, again, this is one right here that we picked in our bracket. I don't know that if New Orleans and Mobile want to merge, but if they don't merge, I'm telling you this much, I'm not picking them over Austin, and I'm
Nope.
not picking them over Charleston and Columbus. So again, hopefully you watch and listen to this so that you hear that. I think the plan is, regardless of the results, we're gonna break this down each week, maybe, or look at some
Maybe,
matchups.
make
Maybe
sure
we do some player interviews that we'll post.
fill out your brackets.
Fill out your brackets. We want at least 50 people filling it out. And to be honest, I think so far it's probably exclusively let me pull
one
it up.
person.
I think it's literally, I don't think we've had a single 33 do it. Again, I hate to hate on you, but you got to show out 26. That's just not good enough. There's like 190 people. This is embarrassing. You all have a phone. I mean, if there's a way I can look. I mean, I don't know if I know any. Busy Lean 3928. That seems like that's like a Mr. B nickname.
That might be. Yeah.
Dirty Murdy. I wonder who that is. Mauve? Who's Mauve? Mauvey?
No, I don't know.
I think that's somebody's last name.
Oh. If Molly Leonard can fill out a bracket, so can you.
Hey.
No disrespect. She's awesome.
Yeah, she is
And
awesome.
she did it.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
did it. But she needs to fill out her bracket, though. She
Oh,
needs to
she's
fill
a-
her bracket out. Yeah, a lot of these are no's. But make sure that you're filling out your bracket. Again, we're to be.
No, Molly's invested. We like this.
Yeah, we love the participation, but
Who else is in here?
I see a 33. I see two 33s on it. I see three.
Oh man.
Connor Nee, I think, is 1-4. Albert, yeah, that's 5, 6, 7. I don't know who Dory. There was
James Walsh. Okay.
Yeah, we got some participation. So make sure you talk to everybody, you get them in. Again, we'll put a little bit more communication out about stuff with this, but we're very excited. Hopefully, if you needed a confidence boost, we gave it to you tonight. If you needed a little bit of push, a little bit of kick in the rear to get you going,
You got that too.
you got that tonight. And again, it's going to be a fascinating tournament, but I don't know. I think that does it.
That's
Everything.
what
We
we
had
call
some
it.
special guests tonight. We're willing to hear people out if you want to be on the show. But again, this was our first episode of Inside ACEstore on Torch Talent, and we couldn't be happier about what this tournament's going to look like. So with that being said, it's 12:11 a.m. and we're ready to roll.
It's game day.
It is game day. Literally,
is
the
game
games
day.
are starting today. And it's going to be fascinating. So for Pat and myself, and for the man, John Schoenig, and actually, we didn't even shout out Will Tiller, but Will Tiller.
Will Tiller.
But we're super excited for this tournament, and we're excited for you to be along the ride with us. So with that, hopefully everybody gets home safe. People make smart choices, and God bless.